Hey guys, welcome back to Allison Unfiltered. I don't even know what episode we're on, and I am actually a little nervous about talking to you guys about this, but I need you to know going in, these are my opinions, right? And everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And I just think there's something that needs to be addressed because I'm seeing it happen. Okay, I'm just going to get into it. Um, Gosh, I don't even know how to approach this subject. That's the hardest part with this is I don't ever want to hurt anyone's feelings. But in the same breath, I feel like I want to say what I have to say, and that's why this is Allison Unfiltered, right? Um, so it's no surprise, everybody knows I'm in the health and wellness business. Um, why does your nose always in your own camera? Never fails. Been fine all day. So, I'm in the health and wellness business, and um, most of you know my story. I lost 75 pounds in 9 months. I've kept it off for 6 years, the whole 9 yards, right? Um, and in the process of working with people, I have heard more excuses of why people can't get healthy than I could ever dream to hear. And it makes me sad, right? It makes me sad that people don't believe in themselves and that people don't have other people to believe in them and to help them through this journey. And that's what I do with Xyngular is weight loss is scary, right? No one should have to go through it alone. Part of the reason I got into this a long time ago is I spent years on and off of phentermine, and it's a terrible, terrible drug. It's terrible for your body. And I wanted to save the world from phentermine. And now I have a different mission. Um, and that mission is I want to save the weight loss world from, and I may say some of these wrong, and I don't really care. You can correct me if you want. I'm sure Gage will correct me. Monjoro, Trulicity, Ozempic, and there's other ones out there, but it's this. It's a medication for diabetics, and they're giving it to people who are not diabetic uh, because it helps with weight loss. You need to know there is no shot. There is no one magic shot, magic pill, magic anything. You have to put some effort into this. You have to do some work. It's here. It's not a shot. It's not a pill. It's here, right? You can have tools to teach you differently, right? You can have tools that show you or that help you through the hard parts of weight loss. But what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing from a lot of people is that instead of the prescribing physician, and that's a whole nother subject, but instead of the prescribing physician saying, okay, what are you eating? Are you driving through McDonald's every day? Driving through McDonald's 3 times a week? Uh, what are you putting in your body? Let's figure out how to, and then they want to send you to a nutritionist and all that. It's not, y'all, this is simple. Lean proteins, green veggies, healthy fats, make better choices. You can. These drugs that they're giving you, there's not even enough trial studies on them for you to know what it's going to do to your liver or your kidneys or anything long term, right? Yes, you're getting the weight loss, but at what cost? It makes you not hungry. It makes you not eat. It makes you nauseous. So, of course, you lose weight, right? But here's the thing, too, you're losing muscle in the process because you're not eating enough. You're mostly starving yourself. And when you starve yourself, your body goes into starvation mode and it starts eating muscle before it starts eating fat. And most of these people I know are barely eating anything, like they're forcing themselves to eat with this stuff. Why would you put that in your body? Why? Makes no sense whatsoever because it's easy, because you're lazy, because you don't wanna have to meal prep, because you don't wanna put the work into it. I mean, sure, you're gonna lose weight, but what happens, and this is what I've seen happen, when the doctor runs out of samples and you're not actually diagnosed with diabetes, then the insurance isn't gonna cover it for weight loss. And then you're gonna pay $900 a month for Ozempic or something like that. And here's the other problem this is causing. It's causing the pharmacies to run out of medication for the people who are diabetic and actually need it. But let's get back to this subject of your prescribing physician. He's prescribing you something for diabetes. Some of you have it, some of you don't, some of you are borderline. They're using the term, and I get it. I'm not a doctor, right? I get it. I'm just a human being talking about this. Uh, but they talk about um, insulin resistant. You're overweight. That's what it is. You're overweight. Your body's not processing things properly. You need to lose weight. So why? And that's the other thing. When these doctors give you the shot, are they telling you what to eat? Are they giving you a plan to follow? Or are they just saying, "Oh, this will make you not eat, so you'll lose weight"? You're trusting your doctor now to tell you that stuff, to that's healthy for you? Are you kidding me, y'all? Wake up. I just saw a post today of this girl going in for weight loss surgery. There are people in this world that weight loss surgery has been great for. But the majority of people that I've talked to come back to signing up with me as a coach with Xyngular, or for a coach with Xyngular. They sign up with me because they're gaining their weight back. Well, do you know why they're gaining their weight back? Because their doctor never told them how to eat differently, how to eat portion control, how to weigh your protein, how to, do all these things. I mean, I'm not the picture perfect of health by any means. I have lost 75 pounds. So I do feel like I can speak to this because I've been on the phentermine train, I've been on the methamphetamine train, all of that stuff. Why can't you just why can't you just work a little hard for it? That's the thing. And it's not a matter of, "Oh, I'm jealous that this person I worked so hard to lose weight and this person didn't have to work hard at all and they lost weight." It's not a matter of jealousy. It's a matter of I'm really concerned for the human race. Like, y'all do not understand what you're putting in your bodies, you know? And these doctors, I mean, okay, yes, I get paid when you order something from me. Yes, I make a commission, right? But I make that commission and then I make a small commission whenever you reorder. Okay. That is nothing in comparison to what these doctors are making and what these companies are making from the pharmaceutical companies uh, to get this stuff pushed out the door. I mean, it's just like all of a sudden we're in a phentermine pandemic again, but it's with weight loss shots. And you're going to get a weight loss shot and then you're going to go drive through McDonald's. It makes no sense. And then the other side I hear is, oh, it's too expensive to eat healthy. Bullshit. Okay. Now, I understand in these days, eggs and protein are a little expensive. But have you priced two people eating at Whataburger for a meal? It's $30. I can go get 3 days worth of food for $30 at the grocery store. Have you like I had this one lady one time that got started with me because of something that I posted online and I said something about, well, here's the thing. If you look at your bank statement, like seriously, pull your bank statement out and highlight all the things that you didn't actually need. The drive-through at lunch, the drive-through at dinner, the convenience store stop, the purse that you bought, the club that you went to, whatever it may be. If you add all that up, oh God, don't even get me started on Starbucks and Dutch Brothers and all the coffee and crap that you spend money on, right? If you added all those things up, trust me, you have plenty of money to eat healthy. You have plenty of money to put supplements in your body to eat healthy. Um, God, I mean, the money that we save not eating out it is mind blowing what we save not eating out because it's so overpriced. I mean, groceries are overpriced too, but the restaurants have all gone up as well. Think about what you're doing to your body. Think about what your doctor is doing to you, offering you something that is a quick fix. Because here's what happens when you run out of that um, medication and you haven't learned how to change your diet and you haven't learned how to create some healthy habits and you start eating again, guess what happens? Same shit that happened with phentermine. You're going to gain all the weight back and then some. So that's what I'm sitting on. That's the train that I'm waiting on. In about a year and a half, when everybody says, "Oh shit, I can't get that stuff anymore." And now I'm going to eat. And then now I've gained all this weight back and then some. And what do I do now? I'm going to be there to help you. I'll be the one to show you what supplements to put in your body, what to eat, how much to eat, when to eat it, what supplement to take with it, how much to eat. I'm floored by the laziness of this country because I'm not perfect in any means, right? I have days, I remember I'm a recovering drug addict and I'm a recovering food addict as well. And there are days like today was, oh gosh, I got let down by some people once again, right? Um, and it just made me want to eat my emotions. I'm not perfect, right? I mean, I eat clean pretty much through the week and I eat a little bit of what I want on the weekend. And I'm not gonna lie, I ate some banana pudding yesterday, but that's the thing, it's all in moderation, right? I mean, and let's talk about let me go back to the weight loss surgery stuff. Let's say that you have weight loss surgery. You realize that you have to sign a piece of paper that says that you could die on the operating table, right? And that actually happened. I was on the phone with someone, talking to them about Xyngular, and her mom, she was telling me that her mom was going in for weight loss surgery in the morning. I was like, "Oh my gosh, please let me talk to your mom. Let me talk to your mom because there's no chance of death with Xyngular, right? No chance at all. Zero. Negative zero." And she was like, "No, no, no. She's already paid her money. She's already made up her mind." And she died the next day on the table. Complications. And when I reached back out to that girl and said, "Hey, how'd your mom's surgery go?" She told me she died. Is that worth it? I can't tell you the people that I talked to that the weight loss surgery didn't teach them how to eat differently. Their doctor didn't tell them how to eat differently. They just did the surgery and sent them on their way. Aside from putting on just a liquid diet beforehand, they didn't give them any tools. And these people gain weight back because they haven't changed those habits. And not only that, but their hair's falling out, their teeth are falling out, their bodies don't absorb the vitamins and nutrition like it should, like it's made to. I mean, they're sick. I talked to one girl who she said all she could eat every day was like 2 bites of refried beans and then she'd throw up. Oh my God, who wants to live that kind of life? Why wouldn't you want to live a life of balance and moderation, right? I mean, there's so much. Mm, Why are you all listening to these doctors that don't care? And I'm not saying all doctors are like this, right? But a lot of them, it's a cattle call. Do you not feel like you're in a cattle call when you go through the doctor's office? Like they're in and out of there in 5 seconds. They don't really care what you have to say. Some doctors are different, right? There's some doctors that are really good. But I always find it interesting too on the same subject. It's interesting. People are on an antidepressant and they say, oh, I'm on anxiety medication. Why don't you call it like it is? Why are you trying to soften it, right? I mean, that's the thing. I think there's just so much that's misconstrued these days. Um, and the other thing I wanted to talk about is, people like, oh, well, insurance pays for this, or, like people that are on. I talked to a girl today. She's 150 pounds overweight. She's on two different blood pressure medications. She's on cholesterol medication. She's on just several things. And I'm thinking, and your doctor has you filled out paperwork for having surgery, for weight loss surgery. And I'm like, I don't understand that. Like, why wouldn't your doctor work with you? But I guess that's what those doctors are paid for. I get it. That's how they make a living. But I don't know how they sleep at night most of the time. I get it. There's some success stories, but I don't understand that personally. Um, I did a lot of research, and one thing that I went into my doctor at one point, and he is a cattle call. Um, Told him I was struggling with my weight. Um, would he be willing to prescribe some phentermine? He said absolutely not. But he did want me to start cholesterol medication. And he put me on cholesterol medicine, and I did some research. And do you know the number one side effect of that cholesterol medicine was weight gain? Are you freaking kidding me? Like, this doctor didn't give two shits. I'll tell you who it is. It's Dr. Trong in Tyler. I mean, I will tell you who it is. I was so upset and livid. Maybe some of these doctors do what they can, but a lot of these doctors, and speaking to a friend of mine that's a doctor, um, they are kind of they have to do what the clinic that they work for, most of them that aren't most of them aren't in private practice, right? So if you're affiliated to ETMC, or it's not ETMC anymore, it's UT Health, or you're affiliated with Christus, um, you have to do what the clinics say. You have to go with what the clinics say. And they're talking about approving this stuff for 12-year-olds. They're talking about approving weight loss surgery for 12-year-olds. Y'all, we have to get a grip. We have to get a grip. Turn your damn TV off. Stop watching the commercials. Quit going through the drive-throughs. Quit putting this shit in your kids' bodies. Go shop the perimeter of the store and stay out of the inside of the store. Tell them they'll learn to like it, right? I wish my mom had made me eat more vegetables. I really do. You're you're killing yourself. You're killing your kids. We've never seen an epidemic of more overweight kids as now. I mean, y'all look around. What are you doing to yourself? What are you doing to your family? What are you doing to your kids? And when you get so grossly obese, who's going to take care of you? That becomes someone else's burden to have to take care of you. Why would you want that for your children or your family or your husband or your wife? Just because insurance pays for it doesn't mean it's good for you to have. Why do you think insurance pays for it? Y'all, they want to keep you down. They want to keep you on all this medication that causes all these side effects. Oh, you have side effects? Well, let me give you another medication to combat those side effects from the other medication. That's what you're doing to yourself. There was a lady we were working with, me and one of the girls on my team we were working with, and I am not kidding you. I was floored at the medication. Like she's on like 15 different prescriptions. And the crazy thing is that if she would lose 50 to 60 pounds, 80% of those prescriptions would go away. The thing is there's no easy fix for weight loss. There's consequences to everything that you think is easy, right? There's a consequence to the diabetic shot. If you're not diabetic, there's going to be a consequence later. There's a consequence to phentermine. There is a consequence to the lap band surgery or um, any kind of stomach surgery. There's no consequences with what I've been doing. The only consequences are I've gotten healthy, I feel better, I'm in a good mood, I know what my limitations are, I screw up sometimes, but I know how to get back on track. Those are the complications, and I'll take those any day over something that comes with all the pharmaceuticals. And I think what the other thing that floors me is another person that we were talking to, she said, well, I'm going to go, can you send me a list of the ingredients? I'm going to take it to my cardiologist. Sure, I can send you a list. But what's your cardiologist going to know about this? They don't know anything about natural supplements. They were trained in medicine, right? Um, I suggested she take it to her pharmacist because her cardiologist, I mean, here's the thing. Her cardio, this girl's 150 pounds overweight. Your cardiologist should be talking to you about eating heart healthy foods, not what next medication we can put you on, or if this is going to interfere with your medications, which it's not. The hope is you lose weight and you get off those medications, right? And you're able to support yourself and your insides and your guts and your health naturally. I feel like I can say this stuff, and it's probably hard for some people to hear, but I've been where you are. I've been there. I was 252 pounds, pushing out of a size 20. Like my 20s weren't fitting. I'm a food addict. I have the palate of a 6-year-old. I hate vegetables. I hate drinking shakes. I mean, I could tell you all of the excuses. Here's the one that floors me the most. Let me talk to my husband. Ladies, if you don't have a husband that wants better for you, and if he is actually a man of God, and he doesn't want better for you, you should probably find another husband. I'm just going to put that out there. And I think I've said that before. There's no reason that you can't take control of yourself. There's no reason you can't take control of your life. Losing weight is hard. Being overweight is hard. You have to choose your hard. But why wouldn't you choose life? Why would you want to be a burden to other people? I just think that this time that we're in is so sad. Is so sad because we're watching the decline. I mean, I had another lady ask me the other day. She goes, "Well, is all this stuff, is it FDA approved?" And I said, "You know what? Let me tell you something about FDA approved. Do you really want something that's FDA approved? Because McDonald's is FDA approved. What does that tell you? What does that tell you about our world? What does it tell you about all the stuff that we have in the United States and the foods and the sugars and the oils and the fat and the crap that we put in our foods here, all the processed stuff? What does it tell you that all that stuff is banned in other countries. Like, it's so funny. I have friends in Australia and they talk all the time about coming here so they can have some sweet bread because our bread is super sweet compared to like the bread they eat, right? Which is probably why Vegemite tastes good on their sandwiches. Oh, that's some nasty stuff. Anyway, sorry. I totally digressed on that. But I mean, there are things that are allowed here by our FDA that are illegal in other countries. Why is that? Have you asked yourself that? Why is that? Well, because they can make us sick and keep us sick and keep us under control with medications, antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication. I mean, it's all about the control. If they keep you fat and unhealthy, you won't be able to fight back. Think about that. Think about the full circle. I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, but I also know that from the outside looking in, from being where I was, that I'm not wrong in this. They want to keep you down. Anyway, I wanted to share my thoughts on that because I think that we need to wake up. This world needs to wake up. You need to wake up and you need to get your shit together. And you need to not eat a cookie because you feel sorry or something bad happened in your day. And you need to figure out a different habit. Like, turn these things into new habits. You have a choice every day when you wake up. God, you have a choice every day when you wake up. You can choose to be a victim of everything that's ever happened to you and eat your feelings or do drugs or whatever. Or you can choose to be a fighter and you can choose to say, I'm not giving in to that. It's harder, but it's much more rewarding and you don't beat yourself up near as much as you do when you're binging, whether that's drugs or food or whatever your drug of choice is. So the way of this world is different, and it makes me not even want to go out in public anymore because of the things that I see, because it makes me so sad that I mean, especially parents who are overweight and don't take care of themselves and they feed their kids the same crap when the kids don't really have a choice. I mean, I get it. I had a kid that he would only eat chicken nuggets and like mac and cheese growing up and I mean some green beans and things like that, but I get it. Kids are hard, right? But you got to try different things with them. But if you're just shoveling processed shit into your kids' mouths all the time, it's child abuse. It's abusive because your kids don't have a choice. And then they end up with early onset diabetes. I mean, the world just needs to stop thinking about like right now and like think about what's happening in the future. It's like, I don't know, 60% of the United States is overweight. That's just that's not okay, y'all. It's not okay for you. It's not okay for the people that you love, and you are worthy of good things, and you are worth more than that. And healthy feels so much better than any of that stuff tastes. Trust me. I know. Tastes good going down sometimes, but it makes you feel like shit. You want to know why you don't have any energy? Look at the things you're putting in your body. You want to know why you're in a bad mood? Look at the things you're putting in your body. And I'm not talking about medication, I'm talking about the food. What are you putting into your body? People say, oh, I'm going to send this to my doctor and I'm going to research it. Really? Did you research the last drive through that you went through? because I'm over it. There was one lady that said something about, I'm worried about the soy in your shake causing cancer. And I'm like, did you worry about what was in the, I don't know, Cane's grease that could cause cancer? Like, the excuses are unbelievable, and I get it. Some people aren't ready to make a change. It took me a really long time. It took me to 252 pounds before, and my doctor saying we need to talk about putting you on some metformin because you're borderline diabetic. I was like 1 point away, right? Um, but we need to be having a different conversation. We need to be pushing, exercise and stuff in schools. I mean, there's so much. I'm not perfect, but I have found something that works. And I know it works because there's a 94% success rate on it, and there's no chance of death, and there's no chance of liver failure in the future. Um, So, anyway, if you ever want more info on what I'm doing, just shoot me a private message. It's fine. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And like I said, I'm not a doctor. These are my opinions, but these are opinions based on what I have seen over the last 6 years in working with people who are losing weight and working with people who have fought so hard to lose weight. Oh, it's expensive. Yep. So is illness, and so is hospital bills and doctor bills, and so is death. Maybe you should choose your expenses a little different because the money that I spent up front 5, 6, 7 years ago now saved my life for the rest of my life. I hope somebody's listening. I hope somebody hears this, and I hope that I don't care if you reach out to me or you reach out to someone else or you make a change because of this. I really do hope so because you deserve it. You owe that to yourself. You owe that to your family to be the best person that you can be and to feel good. I mean, aren't you tired of feeling like crap? Aren't you tired of not having any energy and being lethargic and don't want to play with your kids, don't really want to do anything, hate your job, all that stuff? I was there. Anyway, I'm gonna quit talking because I'm just rambling at this point, and, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching. I hope this helped. I hope maybe you could show this to someone, and maybe it's something that they need to hear. Maybe you can't say it to them, but maybe you could say, "Hey, I'm gonna send you something, and I want you to watch it because I care about you and I love you." And then this lady makes a lot of sense. That's what I want. I just want it to help somebody. I want it to change one person's life. That's all. So, peace out, homies. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching.